All right, so Inauguration Day 2025 is done and dusted.
Feels kind of surreal to say that, huh?
Kinda, yeah. But anyway, back in the White House for a second term, Donald Trump is making waves in headlines, of course.
Of course.
We're diving into an NBC News article today. It's saying Trump's got plans for a record number of executive orders, potentially over 100 even, and he's ready to sign them ASAP.
On day one.
Yeah. So we're going to unpack this, what these orders about, what are they aiming to do, and what could they mean for the U.S.? Buckle up.
Yeah, I mean, executive orders, they're a big deal. A president
Yeah.
can really make things happen fast with them.
Right.
And with over 50 expected today and even more planned throughout the week, it's not just about setting an agenda, it's a statement.
About how he's going to wield that presidential power.
Exactly.
NBC even mentioned a public signing event at Capitol Arena, like a big spectacle.
Yeah.
So what jumps out at you? Like content-wise, what are the big things?
Well, immigration is a big one. One of the most talked about orders is all about the U.S.-Mexico border. He's declaring a national emergency.
Campaign promise.
Front and center. And he made it clear at his rally. Yesterday, he said, and I quote, "By the time the sun sets tomorrow evening, the invasion of our borders will have come to a halt.
Wow.
And all the illegal border trespassers will, in some form or another, be on their way back home."
Invasion. That's strong.
Oh, it's definitely loaded language.
Right.
It's framing immigration as a threat, and we've seen that kind of rhetoric before.
Oh, yeah. It's a way to rally support, right?
Especially with his base. Absolutely. It's powerful stuff.
That's a bit of a deja vu, too. Remember in 2019 when he tried to declare a national emergency to get that border wall funding?
Yeah.
Faced legal challenges, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. It went all the way to the courts. They blocked his move to divert funds, and Biden ultimately rescinded it.
So could this new declaration face the same fate?
That's the million-dollar question. The legal landscape has shifted, especially with the changes in the Supreme Court. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Okay, so immigration's one piece of the puzzle, but what about money matters? Trump's also said he's slashing funding for climate stuff in Biden's Inflation Reduction Act.
Yeah, the fiscal policy stuff is huge, too.
Sounds like a recipe for a clash with Congress.
Oh, absolutely. There's this law, the Impoundment Control Act of 1974. Basically, it says the president can't just decide not to spend money that Congress has approved.
Right.
But here's the thing. Trump's OMB nominee has actually said he thinks that law is unconstitutional.
Whoa.
So, yeah, we're looking at a potential showdown between the executive branch and the legislative branch.
Okay, wow. And then there's Schedule F, right? Didn't that come up during his first term?
That's right. He's bringing it back.
What was that again? Like, remind us, why should we care about it?
Okay, so Schedule F basically reclassifies a ton of federal civil service jobs. Right now, the civil service is designed to be somewhat independent. People get hired based on merit, not politics.
Right.
But Schedule F changes that. It would let Trump replace career officials with his own picks, people who align with his agenda. It's about control.
So that's climate spending cuts, a potential fight with Congress over spending powers, and now he's trying to reshape the entire federal workforce. This all feels very connected.
Oh, it absolutely is. These executive orders, they're about more than just individual policies. It's about asserting control over different parts of the government, putting his people in key positions. It's about shaping the direction of the entire government.
It's a power play.
And don't forget Stephen Miller.
Right. Hardliner on immigration.
Exactly. He's been briefing GOP lawmakers about these executive orders.
So yeah, Trump's not wasting any time. He's using executive power to push his agenda, and this feels like just the first act.
Yeah, definitely.
What should we be keeping our eyes peeled for in the next few weeks and months?
Okay, the big question mark is, how will Congress and the courts react? Will they push back? Will there be legal challenges?
Right.
We might even see some internal resistance from government agencies. It's going to be fascinating to watch how it all unfolds.
Totally. And we should be thinking about the bigger picture, too.
Yeah.
What does this tell us about Trump's leadership style for this term? He's not afraid to flex that executive muscle, and he might even reshape how the whole federal government works.
Right.
So what could the long-term impact be for the U.S.? That's a question worth pondering as we move forward.
Definitely.
It's going to be a wild ride, folks.
Buckle up.
That's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
We'll be back soon to break down more news and events. Until then, stay informed and stay curious.
Stay curious.